Hey gang, what's going on? We're going to do kind of a Bible review and what I like to call a stack update. So, as many of you know, I've been reading the New American Standard since, 1994, when I finally got over the whole King James only movement. The two Bibles I decided to use, and I've been doing this since then, were the NIV and the New American Standard. Both 77 and 95. And I have copies of those sitting to the shelf on the left here. I always thought it was a good idea to read more of a thought-for-thought translation. Read something a little easier first, and then read something a little more challenging. And I've been doing that since then. I've been wanting to use the ESV for a very long time, but Crossway doesn't make... Hang on, let me show you what I'm talking about. Crossway doesn't make something like my CSB. Y'all have all seen this. This is the one I had some work done on and recovered. I would love to see Crossway make something like a 13-point font, like this one with end of paragraph references, but they don't do it. They make a 12-point font personal size, which is a great Bible, but for me, it was a little too close into the gutter. The paper was not opaque enough, and the font itself was a little light, meaning that it just wasn't dark enough. And I've bought a couple of those, and I reviewed them on my channel, and it's a great Bible. I had the one in buffalo leather, and I absolutely loved it, except for the fact that it was a little too small for me. And 12-point font is great, and I mean, I can read it, but it wasn't everything I wanted it to be. So the other day, I decided to order this one right here from Amazon. I didn't get the best deal on it that I possibly could have, but it was only $10 or $12 difference from anybody else. But this is a 11. Some say it's 11. It says 11 on their site, but it reads more like an 11 and a half, almost a 12. But this one is in top grain leather. Here's the things on the back. And I'll go slow so you can read this. There's not that many reviews of this particular Bible. And I will post up the ISBN number for you. There you go. So I think I paid $124 for this. And here's the thing. I was considering going and getting a Skylar. I figured I read my other Skylars pretty frequently, and I figured I'd go back and get an ESV. Well, the thing is, on the new run of ESVs, they've dropped it a full point in font, which puts it off limits for me. 11-point font is the edge of my reading ability. So I was looking around for an ESV, and when I found this one, I was excited. Here it is. It's got spine hubs. The gold is actually deeply etched in. There's the head and tail bands. That's a little wonky. I'm concerned about that, but it'll probably be okay. The gilding, of course, is spotless because I just got this. I haven't had this 24 hours. And it's got 2 ribbons in it, and the only thing I would like to do is replace the ribbons. I would like to have 3. I want them black, gold, and red. I haven't even untucked the last ribbon, but these are kind of short and kind of thin. But this is some of the floppiest top grain leather. You can actually roll it up, and here's something very important. This is edge lined, which means that the cover is literally tabbed in on the text block. That's a piece of the cover, so it has less mechanical points of failure. I'll show you what I mean. You don't need to see my prayer list. This is one big sheet that connects the cover to the text block. And that one will probably last a while, but edge lining is in my humble opinion, is always better. But this is the he's got. I love all these thick pages that they put in here because it helps with the construction of the Bible. Crossway builds some very sturdy Bibles. I just wish they would do better about making them large print. But this is a 2016, and I think I'm looking right here. I don't know if this is 2K Denmark or not. I don't see it, and I probably should have looked that up. But that's okay. It probably is. But look at this font. Now, there are no cross references. And even in regular print, I've noticed that Crossway is not really big on making things like center column references and stuff. That they seem to be hard to find to me, but that's okay. On the phone that I'm recording this video on, I have the Life Bible app, and on that app I have purchased the ESV Study Bible. So I have cross references till the cows come home and all the textual footnotes that I could need, because I generally use a print Bible and that in conjunction. But the font on this is amazing. I'm really happy with it. I've already made my first highlight in it just to see how it worked. Hang on, let me pull this away and I'll find it for you. I'm in the middle of going through the Old Testament, and I am in Exodus right now. This paper, I found out, I actually emailed the folks over at Crossway, and they told me this is 30 GSM. And I find it to be, well, this is just as good, if not better, than the 28 GSM that Skylar uses. And there's my first highlight. Came out really, really good. You can pick this Bible up at Wally World, aka Walmart, for about $107. Christian Book Distributors has it for 107, 117, somewhere around there. I picked this one up from good old Amazon. I think I paid $124 for it, which wasn't the best deal in the world, but it wasn't the worst deal in the world. So what I ended up getting was a very high quality Bible. It's not quite as nice as the Skylar would have been, but in some ways it's better. I love the paper. There's some of the poetic settings. This is going to be wonderful. Now, I am still going to continue reading my good old CSB. I love that Bible. I think it is an unsung translation. But instead of reaching all the time for my NASB, I'm going to be reaching for the CSV. And I'm grateful that we have all these things at our fingertips. And I want to be able to stand before God one day and say, Lord, I used all the tools that you gave me, and it brought me closer to you. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you. I'm working on a video called Radical Acceptance, and you'll see what that is, but I want to do this the best possible way that I can. So I'm taking the time to work out an outline so I make sure that I don't miss everything and say what I need to say. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for your response to my last video. I know it was pretty serious, but that's a pretty serious subject. Anyway, God bless you guys. Take care of yourselves and give God glory.